We are live with the first tribal council of the Red Game. So the players are coming in. This is the Westgag tribe.
Oh, these are cute.
Nina looks thrilled to be doing that.
Oh, how cool. That is so cool. Oh, and Oh. Alright, guys.
Oh, I forgot we had to do those pictures.
Oh my goodness. Sit down. Hopefully you won't need to see them again until March, but
Further apart.
we'll find out. So, how's everyone feeling?
Tired? Alright.
Yeah, ish. Albie. Hey, also make sure you guys speak loudly so that the live stream can hear you. I know it feels weird, but just if you can, please. We have comments like, we can't hear! So everyone's feeling okay going into this? Does anybody feel like they are on the outs? Gabrielle, how so? What do you think it was?
Well, I didn't do one challenge, and you know, it's hard to judge. And oldest guy in the game, I think it's you know, I think that could be the choice.
I see. So, feel like it's a done deal. Gabrielle is the one to go. Was there any other names discussed? Maria?
Oh, wait. Put me on the spot.
You smiled at me. I say go.
I mean, I feel like everyone gets a little bit nervous going into tribal because, I mean, we all watch the show. You think everything's like all fine and dandy, and usually if you're the one being, if you're too comfortable, that's not really a good sign either. You should always feel a little bit nervous, and you know, you hope you're on the right side of the vote, and you hope that you've built those strong connections, even though it's only been a day and a half-ish. And it's sad because we all really like each other. You know, you bond, you go through the suck together, and I really like everybody. I wish we didn't have to do this. So hopefully we kick butt in the next challenges so we don't do this again. But yeah.
So, in the challenge, it seemed like you guys struggled a little bit with the puzzle. Alan, Declan, how do you think that kind of put you behind? You guys had a lead going in.
Yeah, I don't like losing, one. Two, I don't like losing because of me. So that's, you know, how I felt, and that's how I feel. I just gotta get over that. So, you know, this game is all about perception. What can I bring to the tribe that's gonna, you know, help them? And if it's not a puzzle, you know, that could be, you know, me.
Okay, so does that play into anyone's plans going forward? Challenge. Ooh, this table is lost. Anyways, tell me about tribe dynamics, living on one camp with your loved ones. What is that like?
It's crazy. I didn't expect that to be the case. It's really fun though, because you get to play the game that you thought you wouldn't see them for the whole part of it. So it's fun because like no matter when you get voted out, you got to have been with your loved one throughout like the whole time, which is fun. It's also really weird though, because normally like you only see the other tribe at different challenges, and that's the only like your only communication is like looking at them, or like that was a giant raindrop. Is like looking at them or like waving at them, trying to be like super subtle, and now you can just fully talk to them, talk to like other people's loved ones, and try to do things with that, which is just super weird. Lucky for me, because my boyfriend is the fire maker, so I don't know how to make fire. But yeah, it's super cool, super interesting.
So does that play into who you guys are pairing up with or teaming up with, who your loved one is getting along with on the other tribe, Mike?
Yeah, I think that definitely factors into it. I mean, I think, you know, you're not only playing an individual game like a normal Survivor season, you're attached to a partner. You could get further because of your partner. You could team up with other people and try to advance your numbers. And I'm sure that's happening 100%. But I think, you know, you really have to go off vibes in this game, and who do you trust? Who do you just enjoy being around? And I think that factors into, okay, if there is another pair out there, who do I want to work with? So that's definitely a factor. And I'm sure multiple people have had a lot of conversations in that. So it just adds a brand new dynamic to the game. Yeah.
Let's talk about advantages. Leah, do you feel like there's any advantages in the game yet so far?
Definitely not an extra vote.
We did find a little something that we thought would be like a whole tribe thing, and it was kind of awkward because one person found it and the other person's in hand of it and found out, we all read it together, that it's an individual immunity type of advantage thing. So we'll see how that plays out. Not sure if it'll be in use today or not.
Yeah, that was me. My like disaster of all, like when I watch a show and they find something and tell somebody and it's a public thing, I'm like, my heart drops. And Declan found it doing the puzzle and I just picked it up, but I wasn't going to be sketchy and say, screw you guys, like I'm going to go off and do this by myself. I opened it up in front of everybody and it was an extra vote. So that definitely puts a target on my back, which makes me really nervous, 100%. But I did try to tell people, and the people that I like, you know, I will use this to benefit us. If we go to a tribe swap and we're on 2 and 3 and they have 4, I'm going to use it. I don't want to go into the merge with the target on my back strictly because of advantage. You know, I don't want that to dictate my game, and I want to take the people that I trust further in the game, and that's how I'm going to use it. So I hope people don't want to target me because of that, because I'm genuine when I say that. And it just scared me. It scared me and I was really nervous, but I think people will see I'm going to use that to benefit the people that I want to work with.
Tana, you've been pretty quiet back there. How are you feeling going into your first tribal?
I'm feeling okay right now. Again, kind of to say what Rhea said, sometimes you probably shouldn't be too comfortable because it could be anybody at any time. And so, you know, there's never that 100% feeling of being safe. But for this particular tribal council, I feel okay. I feel like I've made good connections with most everybody here. And so feeling okay at this moment, but not solid. So.
Declan, how does it feel knowing that the person you're voting out will be coming back to your camp with you? How does that play into how you strategize who you're voting out?
I don't like it. I think that but I also think that if you worry too much about the niceties of whatever the dynamic will be afterwards, you'll get in the way of making what is the right decision for the tribe.
Okay. On that note, are you guys ready to vote?
Ready as we'll ever be.
All right. Warren, you want to go first? Sure. We'll just go this way. And then go back around, Alan, and go this way.
Just go.
Yep, just go. Yep.
Okay. So everybody who's tuned in, I'm going to explain how this portion of the game will work. So during tribal councils, at this moment, the tribe is voting somebody out. So I'm going to take you all away from the voting section and give you some intel about what's happening in the red game on the tribes. And then if anybody has any questions about things in the game, how somebody's doing, what's going on, feel free to ask them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them. So, the ghost twist. So whoever's voted out will go back into the game as a ghost. Okay, so when Declan answered their answer, they gave a little bit about how that's playing into their strategy. So that might impact how these players vote today. It seemed when Ciara said, "Who feels in danger?" the only person who raised their hand was Gabriel. And Gabriel has a feeling that he's gonna be voted out. He feels that he doesn't have the social capital to make a move, and that he didn't show his tribe his worth. is what he said during the tribal council. From the game, so during the challenge, if you missed the challenge, we saw that Alan found an idol. Alan said that he told Rhea that he has found the idol, and that Alan wants to team up with his wife, Katie, and Rhea and Jason, who are also married, come merge. Oh, so as far as Mike, so yesterday during the reward challenges, Mike found, well, technically Declan found a clue, or rather a advantage, a double vote advantage. Mike took that paper, and when he opened it up in front of the whole tribe, and the advantage was a double vote. So everybody on the tribe knows that Mike has an extra vote. And talking to Mike yesterday, he felt that that may have put a target on his back, so he was a little nervous about that. Let me just check who's voting so I know when I have to head back down. Okay, so Rhea is voting right now. So there are advantages that people are aware of. Tana and Leah, they both kind of said, like, this is what they're doing right now. They feel that they are comfortable with this vote, but they really don't feel solid moving forward. So it should be interesting to see where that plays out. There has been a lot of talk about threats in the game, but I haven't really heard any plans to target those threats, and now everyone perceives a threat differently. I know that Lauren was nervous that she was perceived as a threat because she was doing really well in the challenges. And I overheard a conversation with Gabriel and Declan, and they were talking about how Lauren could potentially go to the end. This is, I think, way too early for that, but that is something that is out there. And just so you guys are aware, for the first 2 votes, Alan has safety because he raised the most money for his charity. And for this first vote, Rhea has safety because she raised the second most money for her charity. So they are not able to be voted for. So really, there's only 6 other options to be voted for. So it doesn't leave the players a lot of ability to make a move on either one of those players, at least for a while. Let's see. Okay, so Gabriel is up voting. So does anybody else have any questions about any of the other players? There was talk, Jazzy from the other tribe, since this is One World, Jazzy is paired with Mike, but Jazzy was talking to some of the girls on this tribe about making a girls' alliance. Tana, Leah, and Rhea all mentioned that girls' alliance. Do I think, or do I know for sure if that's actually going to be a thing with these girls working together? I'm not sure. And I overheard Declan saying to Tana that he would be the whisperer between the boys and the girls. Not sure if that has any movement though, or if it was just one of those things where they're saying, oh, you know, let's do a girls thing, and it never really comes to the surface. There are players in the game who feel like Alan is a threat. But it seems at this point that Alan positioned himself very well. And it seems that he's trying to create an alliance with pairs from opposite sides. So like I mentioned earlier, him and Katie, his wife, and then Rhea and Jason, and then potentially bringing in Declan with their brother. So that would be a 6-person strong group. So that should be interesting to see if that plays out. Yeah, so there's two, correct. So there's 2 games going on. There will be a winner from this game, red, and there will be a winner from the blue game. And each game has 8 sets of blood versus water, so pairs, loved ones. There's 2 more players to vote. So the last thing I want to mention before I head back is the ghost twist. So as everybody knows, the person voted out will technically not be out of the game until after the ghost twist. So this player is going to be back at tribals, watching, observing, talking to the tribe, and they will have an opportunity later today to earn them their right back into the game. Some players were talking about taking out strong players because maybe they think there's a challenge and they could earn their way back in. Not sure if that's gonna be something that people do. All right, so I'm gonna head back down because Leah is the last one and we're gonna see the results here. We will have the first person entering as a ghost shortly.
I'll go tally the votes. Before I read the votes, does anyone have any advantages or immediate items that they would like to use? I think that is a no. Okay, once votes are read, decision is final. Person voted out will asked to leave the tribal council area. They will get their ghost buff, do a quick exit interview, and then they will be joining you back at your camp. So, get you the votes. First vote, Gabrielle. Second vote, Declan. Third vote, Gabrielle.
That's a girl.
Alright, getting them in order, y'all. Fourth vote, Gabrielle. That is 3 votes, Gabrielle. 1 vote, Declan. 5th vote, Gabrielle. 6th vote and first person voted out, Gabrielle. 5, that's enough. All right, if you want to grab one of those torches and just bring it up here, I'll snuff it, and then
What do I grab?
just one of those torches behind you. It's symbolic. The rain kind of killed the fire part, but you want to put it right there.
Okay.
Oh, took the whole steak with you.
Well, I didn't try to. I didn't try
It's
to.
okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. tribe has spoken.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Gabrielle, you're gonna come with me. We're just gonna go up the hill. All right. So we're live streaming right now.
Okay.
But let's go up the hill a little bit. You will be coming back into this game as a ghost. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Okay, so go right over here. Okay. So, what do you think happened? What went wrong?
Oh, I don't know what happened. We got here late. I didn't do one, I didn't have a chance to get immunity or anything, and didn't get a chance to play a game. So, it's pretty hard to show your stuff. But, I don't really have I have no complaints at all. I mean, everybody was really nice, and, it was nice meeting everybody.
Okay, so why don't you talk a little bit about your charity? Even though you're not out of this game yet, you'll have a chance to come back in. Just shout out your charity, what charity you're playing for.
Yeah, I always screw up the name. It's Keenan's Charity, and it's a municipal charity in the Vancouver area that helps a lot of kids and provides money to the really, really needed. I think it's the Maple Ridge. I don't remember the rest of it, but it's, my son came up with it, and he phoned me and said we have to do this, and he's spent a lot of time looking into it, and so I trust his judgment, and I'm happy that we are giving him money.
Awesome. So I'm gonna give you your buff to be a ghost. I just want you to tell me to close it out. What's gonna be your strategy going back into this game as a ghost?
I don't I don't even know what. I didn't quite get it. Do I, as a ghost, am I in for tonight and then I come back? When do I leave the game? If I don't, how do I?
So you're just gonna be in this game until tonight. There will be some type of challenge, and tonight you'll find out if you're back in it and you'll get your buff back, or if you're completely out of the game. So after tonight, you'll know for sure what that's gonna be.
You're gonna come with me. We're gonna chill over there for a little bit, and then they're gonna go back up to the challenge area. And then what they'll do is we'll take
Thank you, Gabrielle. Okay, everybody. Gabrielle's the first person in the red game to join back in as a ghost. We will be back later with the next immunity.